Welcome back to OBATrojans.tv and our live stream of the boys game, where your Trojans will take on the Southwest Covenant Patriots. And I'm going to be really honest, they are a very good team, which is the theme to our boys' opponents so far this year. We have had no easy days, other than Winona. That was an easy day. But other than that, it's been pretty brutal. Southwest Covenant ranked number 10 in the state, and they're underranked. Having coached against them last year, I remember all these guys were sophomores, and they were great. They were a game away from going to the state tournament in a very tough Class A boys bracket, and you're going to see some high flyers. You're going to see some great shooting here, and hopefully the boys from OBA can just give it their best shot and try to get better against a very good team. You're going to see number 23, Starnes, for the Patriots. Number 1, Lyndon Beamer, maybe. Also a junior, number 3, Nathan Gerber, the only senior I see starting. And Brady Robertson, Jr., and number 44, Trip Niles. I believe all of those kids are taller than our tallest player. So strong, tall, big, and underranked in Class A. They're going to make noise this year are the Patriots. Silas Hofen, number 30, starting for the Trojans.
Starting at forward, a sophomore, number 33, Hudson Zelnicek.
Number 33, sophomore Hudson Zelnicek.
Starting at forward, a sophomore, number 25, Owen Knopp.
Number 25, sophomore Owen Knopp.
Guard, freshman, number 4, Coy Schneider.
Freshman Coy Schneider, number 4, getting his first start, still coming back from injury. And a freshman, number 13, Cal Kea. As you heard there, Trojans very young tonight. 3 sophomores, 2 freshmen starting. You obviously will see senior Brant Owens as well. He's coming off some sickness yesterday, so he'll be in soon. But number 11, Brant Owens, our senior leading scorer on the team so far as well. So Silas Hofen set to tip it off for the Trojans as we get it underway against number 23, Gunnar Starnes, who looks like he's about 6'6" and can leap. Good effort by Silas, controlled by Robertson. Trojans come out in a man defense. Get the ball to Niles on the elbow. Back to Robertson, to Starnes, who takes it hard to the hole. Good rebound by Zelnicek. See what the Trojans do here on offense. The Patriots are going to come out in a man. I like. Turnover there by the Trojans. Get the ball up to Robertson, can't hit. Niles on the drive, takes it in for 2. Kind of a 1-3-1 full court press here by the Patriots. Coy Schneider up to Zelnicek, who finds Cal Kea at top of the key. Wide open Owen Knope. Great good looking shot on the 3. Number 3, Gerber, comes down with a strong rebound for the Patriots. Niles in the corner for 3, and he can shoot it. I remember that from last year, and he's got 5 quick points. Trojans got to get back on D, and they did pretty well. He just made a shot, but one thing they do well is they push it up, kind of like the Lady Trojans do on the girls' side. Patriots are great about pushing the ball up the court, got good vision. Double dribble there by Zelnicek. And I remember 2 years ago, these boys are all freshmen and came and played our JV and scored 90 points, and I'd never seen a JV team score 90 points, and now these guys are 2 years older and still a very dangerous team. going to make a run at it in Class A this year. Covenant trying to run a set there. They get Beamer open, who kicks it out to Starnes. Can't convert. Good rebound by the Trojans. We're going to matriculate the ball up the court here. Schneider at the key, top of the half-court line. Patriots fall back into a pressure man here. Schneider takes it in. Great kick to Cal Kayot for three in the corner. Can't get it to fall. Beamer for three. Can't get it, but tips it. Hofen corrals the defensive rebound. Good take. Solid defense there by Gerber. Can't get it to fall. Timeout by Southwest Covenant, coached, I did not mention this earlier, by Heath Kufall. If I remember right, Coach Kufall has been at Christian Heritage and has won some state tournament titles in volleyball. I believe he's coached basketball as well. And he is, one of the stories of the game here that prayers up for now his assistant coach, Kevin Cobbs, who was head coach last year but had a heart attack and a bypass and is back on the bench. Thank God for his health being where he's at, because it could have been an even worse situation, and just great to see him on the sideline there. This happened in October, so really happy that he is there, as Coach Kufall is going to probably cover for him. I don't know the full story for now, but great to have him on the staff as well, and great to see Coach Cobbs back at it. Backdoor by Starnes. Coach Kennedy calling it out. Done some scouting. We can't corral the rebound, though. They get a couple offensive rebounds, and Gerber scores it. That's kind of been our Achilles heel this year for the Trojans, is giving up offensive rebounds as the Patriots trap here. And it's going to be a tall task tonight against the height here. Foul there by Starnes as Owen Knope drives around him and kicks. Starnes doesn't like the call. First foul there on Starnes tonight. It is 7-0. 5 minutes left, and I should probably update the score. I'm sorry about that. Too many things at once. Hofen kind of gets trapped, gets a Knope at the block, trying to find somewhere for it. Good defense there by the Patriots, and Silas throws it away. Trying to find Schneider, but it's over his head. Oh, corner. Got to find Niles in the corner here. Coach calls out a trap here, but someone doesn't see Niles. Zelnicek's going to try to hopefully get out there. Sees him a little bit too late. Niles hits it the three. Niles is a scorer. We cannot ever lose him. Coach is calling out a defense, and 4 of the 5 people got it, and that's not enough. It's tough. They're learning the system. Good take there by Hofen. Hard to the rack. Is fouled by number 3, Gerber. See if he can get the Trojans on the board here. Down 10-0, 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Hofen drains the first one. And the Southwest Covenant Patriots just subbed 5 guys in. And I don't know if I can name them all, but freshman Zach Chandler, senior Asher Hoover, junior Brody Kufall, senior Max Horton, and sophomore Octavius Hess. So obviously they roll pretty deep there. Hess on the drive, kicks it, good defense there. Out to Zach Chandler, the freshman at the top. Trojans playing pretty good defense so far. Good take by Hess. Challenges Zelnicek, and he scores there, number 5, Hess. Brant Owens in the game. Good to see him. Great find for Silas in the corner. Good 3 in and out. Good look. Good block out there by the Trojans. Silas corrals a defensive rebound, finds Brant. Brant Pesser there by Zach Chandler, freshman. Silas sets a pick for him up top. Corey Schneider for 3 from the wing. No good shots there. Trojans have had several good shots here in the first quarter. We need them to fall. That'll come with time, getting more shots up. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 12-2 Southwest Covenant. Southwest Covenant trying to find a set here. Coach Kufal yelling out instructions. It's a good look. Little flare screen for 3. Number 45 on the shot. Brody Kufal doesn't fall. Offensive rebound to Zach Chandler. They're setting up again. Chandler for 3. He nails it. And that is what happens on offensive rebounds, as you who have coached know. Owen Knope gets it across. He's going to call a backcourt there. Really close one. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. As the Trojans take on the Southwest Covenant Patriots. I really like Coach Kennedy's blazer. Sharp-dressed young coach. Goes well with all the other things he does well here at OBA. We're lucky to have him here. Great addition to our staff. Coaches his tail off, which I love to see every moment. All the little things. Zero, Chandler scores another jumper there. Tough shot. Good little player there. He's got 5 points. Did you see a deflection there by Hess? Trojans get it up. Schneider finds Zelnicek wide open. Can't convert from the corner. Patriots push. Chandler again. No, Brant Owens with the rebound. Good board by Brant. 3 from the top of the key, and he hits.
Brant Owens for 3.
Great shot by Owens right there. Found it in rhythm. Pulls the Trojans within 12. 1:40 left in the first quarter. That was a walk. Missed it. It's all right. Number 13, Max Horton, hits a 2 from the corner. Good break of the press there. Schneider misses the layup. Great find by Knope. Schneider still, again, he's been injured for 4 weeks, and so he's coming off, and he's going to have a couple of those as he gets back into the rhythm of the game. But I'll tell you right now, you're going to like watching that kid play because he always gives it his best. Great find by Owens there for Zelnicek, and he puts it in the easy deuce for the Trojans. 2 more points. Chandler again, offensive rebound though. Got some height there. You got guys off the bench that are 6'5". It's tough. Again, after the offensive rebound, kills us. Hoover hits a 3. .30 seconds left. Turnover there by Owens. Another 3. Chandler. Short. Silas gets a rebound, kicks it to Knope, and Schneider's going to bring the ball up, get it up to Owens. Half court, 15 seconds left for the Trojans. See if we play for 1 shot and 1 possession here. Owens takes it a little soon in the clock. 10 seconds left, but gets the foul called. Looks like he'll go to the line for 2. Hopefully he can cut this to a 14-point lead by end of the first quarter. First one up and good. Connor Reed, freshman, will check in for sophomore Owen Knope. And Cal Kao comes back in for freshman Austin Schneider. Two freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior in for the Trojans. Miss the second half. There is 7 seconds left. Octavius Chandler at the top here. They run a play and look for Niles. Gets a good shot. Fortunately, the buzzer sounds, and that is the end of the half. The quarter, sorry. 23-15 after 1. And honestly, Trojans scored a little bit more than we did the other night against a good team. And so good to see that out of the Trojans. Getting some shots. Brandon Owens has 4 points. Dustin Zelenchek has 2. And I believe Hofen has 2 as well for the Trojans. And honestly, I can think of 3 offensive rebounds that led to 9 points. So if you can cut that out, then, that's a 6-point game. And so that's what we want to see from our Trojans as they keep moving forward and getting better. Again, this is a very good team. And it's not a bad first quarter. I know it's a deficit, but the Patriots are very good and they're very deep. They've had 6 people score already in the first quarter, and only one of them was a starter. So Niles leads them with 8, Gerber with 2, Hess 2, Chandler 5, Horton 2, and Hoover with a 3 for the very deep Patriots squad. See what the Trojans can get going here in the second quarter. Hofen inbound. Finds Brant Owens at the wing, guarded by Niles. Skip pass to Reed, gets it to Cal Kayot. Cal is D'd up by Chandler, and there's going to be a jump ball, and the ball's going to go back to the Patriots. Good defense there by Chandler, and they play another player. Caden Cobbs, number 22, is coming in. Again, really good to see Coach Cobbs on the sideline after the medical emergency in October, and just keep praying for his continued recovery. As Coach Kufal's taking head coaching duties for now. Niles comes off a screen. Good look, kicks it out. And a good take there by number 20, Kason Kauser. That is the 7th Patriot to score, so they are a deep team. Turnover there. Niles is going to shoot another 3, and he hits. Niles is a good player. Coach Kennedy, great timeout right there. Trying to keep it close. He could feel that they were on the verge of going on a big run. We're going to keep it here on the 32nd. Hofen's going to inbounds. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Owens will walk it up. Man-to-man defense from the Patriots. Another sub in there, number 33, Elijah Phillip, a freshman. You can already tell he's hustling around. Owens from 3, air ball. Coach Kennedy wanted to make one more pass there. Landon Beamer will bring it up. Over to Elijah Phillip. Good defense there by Cal, getting his hands on it. Hustle play by Caden Cobbs to poke that ball out of Silas's hands, and it's going to be a turnover, and the Patriots will inbound it under the goal. Corner by Beamer, shot no good. Rebound, Hofen, he's trapped. But he sees an open Kayot. Looks like there's some contact. They did not call it. Ball will go to the Patriots, and great take by Beamer. And one thing you don't ever want to do is let someone run through the middle of the lane. And we make a very frustrating play, hanging our head and throwing it right to them on the inbounds and give them 2 more points. That cannot happen. Coach Kayot is watching the game. over by the door, and he even tells our player not to do that, which I like. It's good. Takes a village. 32-8. Patriots. Drive by Owens. He is fouled on the drive. Patriots play that physical brand of basketball, and so far the refs are letting it be physical. They're fair, just letting it be physical. Bennett O'Neill checks in for his first minutes of the night, again coming off back injury. His second time to get some time in. It's really great to see that for the senior. Put a lot of time in over the years and was really worried he wasn't going to play at all this year, and just him getting on the court is a victory in and of itself. Connor Reed over here on the wing. Hustle play again by number 22, Caden Cobbs. Going to call a foul there, though, so we'll have a sideline out of bounds. Coach Kennedy has the call here. See if we can run it. Inbounds to Brandt on the wing. Deep three, short. 20, Caden Kauser with the rebound. Cobbs on the drive, gets his own rebound. Another offensive rebound. Don't like to see it. Leads to another 3 points from Kauser. If you're looking for a theme, it is we have got to block out and rebound. Connor Reed for 3 from the wing. Rebound there, good hands by Bennett, keeping the drive alive. Good to see us get an offensive rebound. Bennett gets it back and is fouled on the drive. Going to call it on the floor. Good little drive there from Bennett. A lot of athleticism from O'Neill as he's continuing to fight back from injury. Gives a couple minutes here, bringing Hofen and Schneider back in. Little spurts for O'Neill until he gets back into it. Of course, when you're coming back off injury, there's a lot of things that have to come and get back in order, like even running plays and knowing where to be on certain things, and those are going to come both for him and Schneider as they work their way back in. And we got a few more guys coming back from injury. We still got 4 guys over there in street clothes that are going to help out both this year and in the future. Owens top of the key. Cat in the corner. More of a zone look, 2-3 zone here for the Patriots. But pressuring at the same time. Schneider finds Knope in the corner for 3. Doesn't fall. Cat's going to go over the back there. That'll be our first foul of the quarter. There are 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first quarter. 35-8. Southwest Covenant. Patriots have somebody inbounding it. They've had so many players play. I don't even have his number. He's not on the roster. So super deep team. I know they were young. We've got a great balance of young depth and also some juniors and seniors. And there is one of them right there. Can shoot at Robertson. No good. Trojans on the rebound. Owen Knope blocks out. And he does a good job of that and causes an overback fault. That's the 4th foul this quarter. 4 minutes left, and so one more, and the Trojans will be in the bonus. Owens is going to walk it up here. Back to man defense for the Patriots. Coach calls a set. Schneider, good take. A little short. Hofen with a good hustle, but Roberts comes away with it. Great block by Schneider. I told you, the kid hustles. That's what you want to see. That will always bring a spark to a team. We saw during the football season he had to carry the load for a very young Trojans team, lots of injuries, and he loved every minute of it. Loves the weight room, loves to work out, loves to work hard. Bright future for that freshman as he brings it up the court. Dunchek might set a pick here for him, or Silas. And we had that is a bad call. That was actually looked like he faked to take a charge and anticipated he fell, which is actually a tee, but he called Silas on the push. Only his first foul, thankfully. Maybe I saw it wrong, but it looked like he was anticipating to take a charge as Silas was coming to set a pick. And the little bit of contact, which did not cause him to fall down because he fell backwards into Silas. And the ref did not see it the same way. There's Niles again, just really a tough ask for Zelnicek to have to guard him at the top of the key. Puts it in easily again. He's got 13 points for the Southwest Covenant Patriots. Can't dribble into a double team there. Stolen, number 5, Artavius Hess. Then we foul him in an and one.
Hess scores 2 for the Patriots. His foul play goes to the line. Shoot 1.
He will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Will Hess. And he does it.
Good on the free throw.
A little under 3 minutes left in the first half. Hess off the bench has 8 points. Schneider to the rack. Niles is just too tall. Owen Canope with the hustle play. 2 points for Canope. Love to see it. Love to see hustle. Gets the Trojans on the board here in the second quarter. Back cut there by number 45, Brody Kufal, and puts it in for 2. Southwest Covenant and a man. Coach calls a play. Silas dribbles, kicks to Schneider, and had nothing there. Top of the key. Nope, back to Schneider over to Zelnicek. Finds Cal Kayat open for a 3, and he hits. Kayat. First 3 of the night. Love to see him get hot. He can hit some threes. Saw him hit 5 or 6 in the junior high game last year. Owen Canope, way to move your feet. That is over the back. You get position like Silas did, and you block out a bigger guy, you'll get an over back call. Great play by Silas. Owens will check in for Canope. There is a minute 30 left in the first half. Hofen, Owens, Schneider, Kayat, Zelnicek in for the Trojans. Is that their 5th foul? Yeah, we're going to shoot 2 over here. They'll send Hofen to the line. Gets the reward for blocking out. Gets the foul and gets to shoot 2 free throws. First one rims in and out. Coach Kennedy coaching up, drawing up plays right now for the freshmen, reminding them where to go. I love it. Hofen makes the second. Makes it 42-14. Trojans are down. Minute 20 left in the first half. Hoover over to Kufal. Gets it to junior Caden Cobbs. Back to Hoover. Phillip to Kufal to Chandler. Good take there by Phillip, just a freshman. That freshman can play. Plays great defense too. Active hands, love to see that. Have a young kid. If you want to get on the court, that's how you do it. Hassling our senior there. Brand Owens backs it out from the wing here. Skip pass to Schneider. Top of the key, dribbles. Keeps his dribble. And I will be honest with you, Elijah Phillip took the charge there. Not quite set, but because he hustled and got there, he gets the call. That's the first foul on Schneider. 44-14, 20 seconds left. You can't fault his effort. Got a spread set here. The Trojans are guarding guys very tight, which is good, so they don't get a shot off Hoover. The desperation three thankfully does not fall, and that ends the first half. It's 44 Southwest Covenant, 14 for the Trojans, and let me tell you, the Patriots are deep. I have never seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players scored in the first half. Coach Kufal is playing his entire team, and there is not a drop-off when they come in. They are deep, and that's why I think they're going to make a run to the state tournament in Class A. It is not easy. Class A is probably the toughest to go to state in boys basketball because there's about 100 teams, first of all, and so there's the most teams, but also the top 15 or 20 are really good, and the Southwest Covenant Patriots are ranked number 10, and they are underranked, let me just tell you. I've never seen a team – I mean, in fact, you know, two of the best players on the team haven't even scored for Southwest Covenant, which tells you a lot about the depth. Also, it tells you a lot about Coach Kufal. He understands the Trojans are really, really young and trying to get some things going, and he's not trying to run a score up or anything. He's trying to make his players get better. And so 44-14 at halftime. Trojans aren't playing bad. They had a little bit of a lull in the second quarter, scored 6 points in the last couple of minutes, or we would be a little bit closer. But I love the effort. You can see that they know what they're trying to get on offense and defense, and they're working hard. They're just playing a really good team tonight. So good job for the Trojans first half. Hopefully you can come out in the second half and keep that effort and energy high. I'm going to pay some bills here, and hopefully we can see some of our boosters. If I can figure out how to do that, you'll see some sponsors on the screen. We want to thank them so much for making Squirtle possible. Well, welcome back. As we were about a minute away from starting the second half. Let some of our sponsors scroll through for a little bit there. Again, thank you so much, sponsors, for all your help. Squirtle is a huge blessing to have for a small school like ours. Can't say enough about this service. If you are a small school or a large school and you don't have a good streaming service, or even if yours is good, you need to check out Squirtle. It's a great thing to have, and our kids get lots of exposure and a lot of practice doing audio-visual and even commentating at times. So we love Squirtle around here, and we're super excited to have it. When we get started here in the second half, the Trojans will have the ball, and I have invited the legendary Randy Roth, coach of the Lady Trojans. Took the volleyball team to state this year for the manyth time that you've done that. Third time.
Yeah.
And this year hoping to get a third consecutive state tournament trip for the Lady Trojans basketball team. And I invited him on. Coach, I was going to interview you a little bit and to see what your thoughts on that first game were. I'll just go ahead and intro you. You know, I saw Conley Chaos score 31 points, and I wondered if that was a career high because I don't remember scoring that many before.
Yeah, it is. We really weren't thinking about that in the moment. We left her out there to kind of take care of the basketball a little bit, and it turns out she kept scoring. So it was she had a really good first three quarters, and she was in there for a little bit during the fourth quarter just to kind of help calm our JV girls down. But, that's a career high. She had 29 in a game last year, and she had 27 against Crescent this time last week. And so not by much, but, that's a career high.
That's awesome. And Conley hasn't needed to score 30 points many times. She's such a team player.
Yeah.
And there's so many girls on your team that can score. And right there, Caden Cowser hits a three for the Patriots. Coach, the boy Patriots team had 10 guys score in the first quarter. Their depth is very, very
It's really impressive. Yeah, they share the ball really well. Cal Kayot hits one from the deep corner there.
Yeah.
But, it's really impressive. They share the ball. And Heath Kufall, who's coaching the Southwest Covenant boys, is also their volleyball coach, so it's been a joy to kind of get to compete with Heath in another arena when he's a great volleyball coach as well.
He's won some state titles over there, has he not?
Yes.
It's at Christian Heritage.
Well, he was at Christian Heritage for almost 20 years and
Okay.
won several state championships there and quote-unquote retired. But you know how that works in small Christian schools.
Yeah.
He had a son that was still in high school over at Southwest Covenant while he was at CHA.
Okay.
And so when
So
he
you're
retired
telling
from
me
CHA.
they robbed CHA of a good teacher and a good coach, kind of like Southwest Covenant robbed us of one.
Exactly. Yeah, that seems to be a pattern, doesn't it?
With our favorite Chet Henderson,
Yeah.
who we missed tonight. It's a Tuesday school night. You can't drive an hour and a half and be here, but we miss Mr. Henderson, all kidding aside.
Absolutely.
We have lots of love for Southwest Covenant, sister Christian school, doing the Lord's work there in the city. But I frequently send texts to Mr. Henderson asking him if he's tired of the city life and wants to come back out here to Cowtown. So we have Brandt for three from the wing, doesn't go. Good hustle, though. Schneider's been all over the place hustling. It's good to see him.
It's been good to have him back. He's kind of still working into shape, playing into shape as the big boys call it. The Thunder, they play into shape every year.
Yeah.
It's nice to have Coy back out there. He's just a scrappy guy and doesn't back down from anyone.
5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Three-pointer there from the wing by Caden Cowser. Doesn't fall. It's going to be Trojans ball. Coach, tell us a little bit more. What I said a lot in the first broadcast, was as another wave of Patriots come in.
Right.
That's a good team. Southwest Covenant's a good team. They beat a ranked team handily already this year, and they have three good seniors.
Yeah.
And they got some really young, good players. And I wondered, is this a trap game for us? And we came out and played well. And I was impressed. And I just wondered what your thoughts were overall on the game, on how you guys played.
Well, we talked about that a lot in practice yesterday and then in pregame today, that there are no easy ones. Everyone has us circled on their calendar.
Yes.
Especially after the last two seasons. And we've got kind of a motto this year. I sent out some letters this summer to some prominent coaches just seeking advice on how to deal with expectations. And I got a card back from Kelvin Sampson from the University of Houston, used to coach at OU.
Love that.
Who you're probably familiar with.
I'm very mad he's not our coach still.
But he just sent me a little card. It's really nice, and he congratulated us on a couple of good years. But also he said, what I always tell my guys is to focus on the obstacle directly in front of you and not on what's ahead of you. And so we've just kind of adopted that as our saying. And so every game is its own individual obstacle, and whatever's out ahead of us is out ahead of us.
Yeah.
But so we talk a lot about focusing on what's directly in front of us. And yesterday and today that was Southwest Covenant, and now it's Burns Flat as we get ready for Thursday.
Yeah.
And so we talk a lot about that, and we talked about starting fast, and the girls did a great job. In the first quarter, we had 3 girls in double digits. Conley, Carson, and Lillian all were in double digits in the first half. And so that's a nice balance. And then Conley kind of took off there in the third quarter. But
yeah, she did. Good rebound by Zelnicek and putback.
Zelnicek, nice putback. It's good to see him do some work inside. We need more of that from him.
Yes, I like that.
And so that's always our goal, is to kind of focus on the immediate thing immediately in front of us.
Yeah. Speaking of Coach Sampson, I saw a Twitter post of about 30 seconds of one of his practices at Houston, and it was an absolute bloodbath.
Yes.
I loved it. It was like Oklahoma drill without pads on.
Yes.
I mean, that guy can coach some basketball and get his kids to play with unbelievable energy. So
that's kind of the goal, is to play with that kind of intensity. And it's, quite frankly, my job's easy when you have kids like Brianna Colby who will step in and take a charge from anyone, no matter how hard they're coming. And so that's I kind of valued his advice, and so we've adopted that as our motto, as Southwest Covenant scores on an easy bunny on an inbound play.
Yeah, Max Horton with the deuce there. Had a good set. We didn't get switched off, and Owens for 3 from the wing. Miss. Rebound by number 13 there, Max Horton, senior. That's another thing. I mean, Southwest Covenant's had 2 or 3 seniors come off the bench,
right,
and score. They're not. Hey, we're up by 30. We're putting a senior in. It's not. It's quality time. So they are deep,
and they're just solid. Every one of them seems solid. There's a left-handed layup there, from a right-handed kid.
And a Beemeyer, and he flushed one earlier on us. I mean, that's a guard who can dribble down the middle of the lane and flush it.
Yeah,
got some athleticism. Owen Knope for 3. Good look, couldn't get it to fall.
That's usually his spot. He likes that three ball from the corner.
It is.
And Southwest Covenant has another troop. They're just going in shifts here at this point, 5 at a time, trying to wear us down a little bit.
Yep. That's a tough ask. Niles, a little shimmy shake. Gets a wide open 3, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound again. Coach, the big thing for the boys in the first half was clearly offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
I counted 4 different times we didn't, and they scored 12 points off of them, all 3. So if we can get that figured out, let's take those 12 points off the board right now, and we're looking at a 20-point game as we're finding our rhythm, And when we can get that figured out, and we're actually looking better against a really good team than we have against other really good teams. The boys have played an unbelievable schedule, and they're figuring it out. And I'm talk a little bit about Coach Kennedy. I love this guy. I love his intensity, and I know you're practicing when he's practicing, but I've been there a few times just because I love to watch that high-intensity practice, and it is super organized. Yeah. He's coaching up everything all the time. What are your thoughts on Coach Kennedy being a coach in here with him this last
I was just really impressed right from the start with Coach Kennedy. Last spring when we were able to get him hired, he came in and met the boys, and just right away he had an agenda. He had a recipe, for lack of a better word. We're going to start with doing this X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
And this is what we're going to do. Came in and organized. Every practice is planned out, and so it's been really refreshing. And doggone it, I know people might look at the scoreboard and think, oh man, it's not going. But you're right. There's improvement here.
Yep.
And it's hard when you see the scoreboard 56-19 and you think, wow, they're not doing very. Actually, they're doing really. If they played tonight like they did 2 weeks ago, it'd be a lot worse than 56-19.
Right.
And this is a really young team. Mm-hmm. We have 3 seniors on the team, but 2 of them have been hurt and in casts and back braces and haven't played hardly at all varsity action. And so Brand Owens is the only senior. So you want some leadership out of your senior, and the rest of them are underclassmen. They're all freshmen and sophomores out there, every last one of them.
Yep.
And so you have to. I mean, we're playing chess, not checkers out here, and
Right.
it's the long game.
Yep.
And so these guys are learning a little bit at a time. And right now, the challenge for Coach Kennedy is they're working on being tough and working on those offense on the rebounding and things like that.
Yeah.
So I love watching him do what he does. It's really fun, especially for me. I watch him a little bit in middle school practice because that's when you get good at varsity basketball.
Yeah.
Is when you learn fundamentals in middle school, and,
Yep.
and they're doing a ton of that.
I totally agree. Doing the fundamentals young, knowing, all the stuff he's having to teach these guys in his first year in the system, they're learning that in middle school. They're learning what his standard is. He has a saying, men before win, and I love that. We're going to build men. That's our goal as Christians, especially at a Christian high school, and he is doing that already. I've been really impressed with his leadership, and then the wins will come because we know that's not our number one goal. That's a good take there by Chandler. He's got 7 points on the night, again, off the bench.
Off the bench.
But I've been super impressed with him here.
Yeah, and the boys are really, for the most part, every boy that I've talked to is really connecting with Coach Kennedy and really enjoying the relationship part of it as well. So
yeah, I love his high standards, but he's fair.
Oh, absolutely.
The standard's a standard, and they're learning what that is. And there's no fudging on the standard because there's no shortcuts to success. And he knows that. He's wise beyond his years. I was not that wise at that age. And he's very calm, and he sees the long game, and yet he's very intense and never backs off and coaches every second of every game.
Right.
That's Starnes for three, who actually he's a top 2 or 3 player on the team and hasn't scored yet. That's how deep these guys are. Brant, a little out of control there.
Pass that ball.
Yeah.
2 guys open.
Give that one up. Starnes brings it up here. There is 10 seconds left. Wide open 3 from number 35. I don't even have him on the roster, Coach, because they have so many players.
So many guys. We can only put so many guys on the form.
But he hit 3 there. And that is the end of the third quarter.
At the end of the third quarter, it's OVA 19.
61-19 Southwest Covenant, and I believe they've had 14 people score, Coach.
Wow.
And, again, it's not garbage time. It's just balance. It's just no one's taking over. Everyone's doing their job.
Yeah.
So very impressive team.
Yeah, they're gonna do well in Class A boys basketball this year. I'd expect them to see them at the big house.
Yep.
If there are 8 teams better than them in Class A, wow.
Yeah.
That would be impressive. I mean, Okarche's going to be there, and there's a few programs that are just consistently at that level. But if there are 8 teams better than this one, Class A is just loaded with boys basketball teams.
Very correct. They really are. And I want to give a quick shout-out, Coach, to the cheer really quick. Emily Pendleton, Savannah Schultz, Gracie Westfall, Myra Uceda, Riley Tucker, Maddie Weatherford, Micah Wilson, E.J. Christensen, Elise Kennedy, and Austin Puckett, mascot Maddox Warnock. Coached by in the junior high Hannah Manns and head coach Samantha Cheatham. Those girls work hard. They're a great group. I know they love each other.
And it's been fun to watch our cheer group grow. This is the biggest cheer squad we've had since I've been here.
Yeah. And
just new numbers-wise.
I walk in the halls, game days, and they're in there having a great time. It's good to see great kids work hard at it. That is Silas Hofen guarding a tough, strong senior.
Bennett O'Neill there getting on the floor. That's one of our other seniors getting a little bit of action. It's really kind of his first action of the year, coming off a pretty significant back injury. And he even though he's back and he's cleared, he still doesn't move like he used to.
Yeah.
But he's a scrapper, and he plays hard.
Now, Coach, we in passing mentioned that the new rankings came out today. We didn't move up, which I think is ridiculous.
No, we didn't.
I'll talk about that in a second. I talked about it on the first broadcast. It's Judah Hopper for 3, freshman coming in here. But, I noticed last week Latta was 1 ranked ahead of us, and we scrimmaged Latta. How did we do in that scrimmage against Latta?
Well, to put it mildly, we played quarters, and in the first quarter we beat them 35-6.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was.
Yeah, 35-6 in the first quarter. And then we started kind of mixing up our lineup and trying some things, but we won every quarter against them.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because now Latta, who played Dale, number 1 team, within 2 points, is now number 3 in the state, and we didn't move after beating the number 1 defending champion Class B Lomega Lady Raiders by 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have to play the political stance there, but I will not be political. I'm telling you right now, if you're a 2A coach, and I know you're not listening because you're playing games right now, but if you're a 2A coach and you don't figure that out about the Lady Trojans, you're going to have a really bad postseason. Because if we're underranked, and Coach won't say this, but I will, if we're underranked, a really good team is going to go out in area, and we're going to put them out because that will be a chip on the shoulder of our girls, and we know we can play with anybody in 2A, and our girls have planned to do so. So hopefully the coaches figure it out a little bit for everybody's sake. It's not just that's not a selfish thing to want a higher ranking. Yes, we deserve a higher ranking, but it's just not fair to the rest of the teams in your class. Do you have any thoughts that you can say being politically correct?
Well, it's. I mean, it can be frustrating, but we're not going to focus on that. But if you look at the points, the way they add up points in the voting, we have almost 100 points more than we did last year, even though we stayed last week. I mean, even though we stayed the same ranking.
I did notice a few of them pretty close.
Yeah, we're pretty close now to number 7.
Okay.
Point-wise, when last week we were a good 100 points behind.
Okay.
But that being said, 5 teams ahead of us last week lost and moved, but 5 teams that were below us moved ahead of us. So,
man,
it just funny how that works. Latta, to their credit, they played Dale within 2 points, so everybody obviously saw that and gave them some credit. And nobody knows about our scrimmage, and nor should they.
Yeah.
Pecola hasn't played yet, but by all accounts, they're really, really good.
They
very
have a D1
athletic.
softball player, right?
Yes. So very athletic.
In fact, I saw she signed with OU.
She did.
If you sign with OU in any sport and you're playing basketball, you're going to be a good athlete.
Yes, you're going to be an athlete, yeah. As we've seen the past couple of years playing Caddo, who had an OU softball signee and a Texas softball signee on the same high school basketball team. So, yeah, they're pretty athletic. And so there's some teams out there that are really good. So we'll just kind of, like we talked about earlier, just play focus on the obstacle in front of us.
Yeah.
And we unfortunately had to just keep winning. That's what it boils down to. There's a few games circled on the calendar that may help us. You know, Cashin's coming up, and they're ranked number 12 in 2A. So we have to take advantage of those games where we play ranked teams. Right now we're 2-0 against ranked teams, so that's
good.
2 out of 5 are against ranked teams, and so that's a good thing for us.
Yeah. Caden Calzer there makes 1 of 2 free throws.
So we've got our work cut out for us, but you know, ultimately my goal is to hopefully we can climb up at least 2 or 3 more spots and get into that 4 or 5 range.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've talked to the coach at Dale. He does not want us at number 8.
Right.
He's already confessed that to me.
Eric Smith, long time, coached at Alva, won 2 titles out there, coached at Frontier, and now at Dale he's won. Has he won 1 or 2?
They finished second last year at 2A and won the 2 years before that.
Okay.
So
no stranger to it. So when maybe the most decorated coach in Class 2A is saying, I don't want you to be number 8, maybe other coaches should listen.
Yeah. So and you know, I don't want to make any enemies because quite frankly, all those teams that are up there have voted us really high. You know, Dale's got us ranked number 2.
Good.
Pecola's got us ranked number 2. Howe has us ranked number 3. So all those teams that are kind of up there in that window of rankings,
they know what they're talking
about.
They
know what they're doing, and they've ranked us really high.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there's some teams. Maybe there's some good old boy network going because there's 8 or 9 teams that don't have us ranked in the top 20 at all.
Gosh. Good take there by Owens.
Yeah, Brant Owens with a nice take to the rim. So, you know, we'll just take it with a grain of salt and quite honestly hope we get those teams in district. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. That's great. 5 minutes left here for the Lady Trojans. Can you talk a little bit about, as Niles scores again, good player there. Can you talk a little bit about the Burns Flat tournament? Give us a little preview. Who's another good team over there or 2 that you need to be looking out for?
We'll start off with the host team, Burns Flat. They're the 8 seed and we're the 1 seed. And if we win that one, we'll get either Thomas or I can't remember who the other team, but it's a 2A team, so I'd kind of rather it be them, to be honest with you, but we'll play whoever. But kind of waiting on the other side is the 2 seed, Canute, who's ranked in the top 10 in Class A.
Yeah, Thomas or Hobart.
Hobart, yeah. So Hobart's a 2A school, so it'd be nice to see them. Hopefully they could win their vote. But Canute's a perennial powerhouse in Class A. Down goes Bennett. Oh, pops right back up, though. That's good to see, especially a guy just coming off a back injury, landed square on his rear end.
Yeah, I'm looking for his parents to see if there was any.
Do
we have any?
No, they're pretty calm
good.
Over here.
All right. You know, I was watching the Texas-Georgia game in the SEC championship, and the Georgia backup quarterback got his face knocked off.
They showed his mom.
They showed his mom just turned around.
He got lit up, too.
Good props there to Wendy O'Neill for not
turning
around.
I don't know about you, Cope. When I was a kid, that was one of the few things we told him. I don't care how bad I'm hurt. Do not come down and check on me.
Right.
If it's bad enough, they will come get you.
Exactly.
I don't know if in our culture that's still the attitude of everybody, but when I was, I told my mom before every game, if something happens to me, do not come down there.
Yeah. I don't think it's the attitude of most people in our culture, but there are a few ones out there.
And to my mom's credit, she never did.
Good.
I had to go get stitches a couple times, and probably had a concussion one time, and she never came down.
Nice.
Of course, even that night I had the concussion, I went back in.
As one does in the in the 90s.
80s. I'm sorry, 80s, man. It was the 80s.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, it was the 80s. Took an elbow against Tulsa Rogers and don't really remember much about it.
Oh,
but
Owens gets fouled in the way to the rack there. We'll have 2. What about the boys' side? Where are some of the teams that our guys are some tough teams?
Well, the guys are the 8 seed, so they're playing the 1 seed, so that'll be a tough first-round matchup for them. But we'd like to see them. Yeah.
Canute,
So have the Canute boys in the first round.
Hennessy
Hennessy boys are the 2 seeds. Those are 2 really good programs. And so it'd be nice if the boys could come out of there with a couple of W's.
Yeah. Owens hits both. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Leading scorer for the Trojans with 8 tonight. Yeah, Hennessy's very good down the road. Hudson turnaround. All right. At least he had his hand up, and we got that ball. Judah.
Run through it, Judah.
Hustle.
Good hustle,
yeah.
12.
Yeah, unfortunately, he also was hustling against a senior football player.
Right. He's just bigger
just a little
and
bit stronger, a little bit older.
Yeah.
But good effort there.
You like to see that, and that's one of those things that you can build on. That's a program builder there.
We got to have him in football this year, and I saw the same thing. A lot of smoothness and a lot of athleticism, and when he figures out what that pace is and what he can do, then he'll be a good player both in basketball, football, and pretty much whatever he does. He's a good athlete.
Good natural athlete.
Yeah.
And just now, just a little small thing that no one really notices, but his teammate got beat on a backdoor cut, and Judah went to help so the backdoor cut would not be wide open, and then recovered to his own man.
I'd like to see that.
That's a little basketball IQ thing.
Yeah.
That he recognized, and it goes unnoticed and it doesn't show up in the newspaper, but it makes your team better every single time.
2 minutes and 43 seconds left for the Trojans, down 67-23. But honestly, playing better than we have been against a super team.
Yeah, even in just a week, they're playing. I mean, this group of Trojans looks better than they did last week against Crescent.
Yeah.
And Crescent's not nearly as highly touted as this Southwest Covenant team.
Right. Yep. That's what Coach Kennedy had talked about is, hey, can we see progress from game to game for sure? And it's hard sometimes to see that if you're the head guy. And I was like, man, absolutely. Everyone sees it. That anyone that knows basketball can see it. It's obvious. It's just a young team with lots of injuries, and that's not a good especially – and on top of that, maybe even the biggest factor is we have an unbelievably hard schedule. There is no nights off for the Trojans. It's good to see Ben Burrow in.
Ben Burrow getting his first action of the year, coming off the IR.
Yeah.
And he was projected preseason to be a starter.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can kind of work that knee into shape and contribute. Sophomore lefty.
3 guys have came back the last couple games that are going to work their way in slowly and get the feel for our sets and the pace. Guys that, have missed a month of action, which just stinks for them. But, after the break when we were hitting on all cylinders and we got the system under our belt, it's going to be a little bit more depth and we can run some people out there.
Yeah, the second semester, definitely the future looks bright for these guys. But guys like Ben, he's been out. He got hurt during football. He's been out since
week 6
August?
of football. Yeah,
August or
September. Yeah,
and there's always that concern, especially with a knee injury like Ben had. That, a lot of the recovery is mental.
Yep.
I mean, the doctor's done their job and the knee's fixed.
Yeah,
but there's always that mental. Hey, am I going to drive that in there and risk it?
The protege of Mr. Russell, has made an appearance. And the crowd loves Russell. If I said it last game, minute 53 left. He shot a 3 or 2, and if the ball would have went in, I think the roof would have came off the Trojan Dome.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see Russell getting some minutes there, number 32, and also senior Gavin Baldwin, number 15 in.
Also coming off a knee injury.
Coming off a knee, Didn't get to play at all last year. Top of the key three-pointer, good by number 13, Max Horton Sr. Again, the depth there. They're not trying to play seniors up by 40 points. That's just
No.
all they have. Those
yeah,
are
that's
their
what
backups.
they're just getting everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Kufal's doing a great. Everybody's got pretty much equal minutes. He's shuffling them in
Exactly.
there 5 at a time,
Yep.
about every 3 or 4 minutes.
Yep.
And so it's not like he's got his starters in there running up the score or anything. He's doing
And
a great job.
I
See
saw
the ball?
them. Yeah, I see the ball.
Take a charge.
Oh man. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I saw their score against Union City, who's a very good team,
Yeah.
and they beat them by like 40, 45 points in their first game. So you're going to see a lot of this from Southwest Covenant this year.
Yeah.
.55 seconds left. Zach Chandler will walk it up, freshman.
He's a really good freshman.
He
He's
really
made a couple
is.
little subtle moves.
Yep.
It's just like, oh, wow.
He's got 7 points.
He's smooth.
Yes,
He hit a nice looking 3-point shot, just a pretty stroke,
Yeah.
and then went to the rim.
Now, this is a stat for you. Maybe their best player, Starnes, just scored his first 2 points.
Whoa, wow.
They are, and that guy flushed it. I think he probably had 20 on his last. Well, here we go. Why did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great move there by Starnes. Could have had a highlight reel dunk.
Yeah.
In fact, I had already queued up 2 points. Just love to see the sportsmanship there,
Yeah.
Coach Kufal. Obviously, that is taught from the top down. 10 seconds left. It's going to be a 74-23 win by the Southwest Covenant Patriots. And, good luck to them.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, Coach Kufal's a great guy. I love how they play the game. They play it the right way. They're not out here trying to embarrass anybody. Our guys are trying to get better. What would you say to close it out, Coach?
A whole lot of basketball left to play for this season for these guys, and just to hopefully be an encouragement. There's definitely, like you said, if you know basketball, you see improvement there.
Yeah.
It's small steps, but it's steps, and so just keep taking those small steps. Don't get hung up with the lights that are hanging on the wall up there.
Right.
Just play basketball and take those small steps, and you're going to see a difference by the end of this season. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And we might not, win games by 50 like happened for the girls tonight, but that could come down the road if they stick at it, keep taking small steps, and at some point it'll click, and it's going to look really nice.
Yeah, totally agree. And, we play in a conference at OBA where it's all 2A and 3A teams besides us.
Yes.
And our guys have got to look at the definition of success a little bit differently.
Way different.
We don't play a bunch of teams our size at all, and no one around here really, except towards the end of the year we play a couple of Class A teams. Drummond and Wacomas.
Yeah.
And so, you can't compare scores to teams around here that are Class B and Class A because they're just not playing the same level of talent that our guys are.
Yeah.
And so I think our guys are understanding that. We preached that a lot last year, Coach Schamberg and I, and Coach Kennedy knows that as well. I just love to see, again, I've said this both broadcasts I've done about him, coaching every moment of every practice. It's not for show. He never sits down in the game, but he also is coaching every single moment in every practice, junior high and high school.
Yes.
And that only is going to end up in success. And it shows the boys you're never out of it. I don't care if you're playing, the top 10 team in the state, which they should be higher.
Oh, yeah.
No one gave up, and that takes a little bit. And I've already seen improvement even on the effort side, which is when your head coach is giving effort like he gives, there's only one thing you could do. If you have any sort of
well, yeah, you're down 40-something, but Judah Hopper's running into the backcourt and diving for a loose ball.
Right.
Those are culture things that will pay dividends in the long run.
Men before win. Coach Ofen, thank you very much. Coach Ofen got to watch down there this game, but he made this whole stream go. In fact, I don't even know how to turn it off, so I'm going to try to overhear him in a second. But also a big thank you to Andrew Campbell again, and for all of the supporters of Squirtle that make this possible for our kids to get to play and to be seen, for all the loved ones far away who aren't here to watch them. I know you guys very much appreciate it. So if you see any of those supporters and you have a chance to tell them thank you, please do, because it is a huge blessing to have Squirtle, and we thank everybody who's involved giving to that.
Yes,
so we're going to sign off here from the Trojan Dome, and again, at the Burns Flat Tournament, all the games will be streamed. There will not be commentary, but Andrew Campbell will be streaming it thanks to him at the away game tournament. So look on the schedule, and we will get those times to you. Good luck to the Trojans and Lady Trojans on Thursday at Burns Flat. Thank you, Coach Ruff, for coming on.
Yeah, always
Much
a good time.
appreciated at it.
Thursday, just for information, the girls are at 11 a.m. and the boys are at 12:30. So
back
watch on your lunch hour.
There you go. I will be. I'll be streaming it. All right. So long from the Trojan Dome. Have a good Thursday night.